Now, what's that down there next to that piece of glass? Something round and distinctly button-like just here. Oh, now that is pretty. And I think it's likely to be an old sort of Royal Naval button. I could be wrong. I'll have a closer look when I get home and we'll be able to see the pattern a little more. Excellent. We do love our buttons. I just saw the edge of something down here. And it's not that great big slab of white tile or whatever it is. But it's right next to it, look. And it's quite thin. Oh, it's a George. It's a ship halfpenny. 1942, I think. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to pan over here really slowly, see if you can see what I saw just now. Miraculously, actually, because it's so tiny. There we are. You see it? It is another button. You've probably noticed that we find a lot of buttons and pipes on the Thames foreshore, but they are lovely though, especially if they've got something on them. Oh yeah, like that one. Now that's beautiful, because that is definitely a Royal Naval button. Quite an old one too. Definitely 1800s, I think. That doesn't sound right, does it? Definitely and I think. But that's lovely. That's a lovely button. If you're going to find a button, that's a good one. There's also a pipe stem there, look. Now, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? I'm not sure. I don't think there is going to be anything. And I think I'm right. No, nothing there. Okay, I'm testing your pipe spotting skills. I've just seen one in the mud here. Can you see it? Look, it's just here. Let me kneel down. There it is, look. just being revealed. I mean, the stem's not very long, but we've got a bowl there. How exciting! Let's get it out. Let's get you out, little pipe. Let's get you out. I'm going to get out of my shadow because I don't want to spoil this momentous moment. Right, here we go. Oh, I'm still so annoying, the sun. Okay, here we go. Let's get it out. There, look at that. It's still got a big slab of mud attached to it. And we've got a lovely fluted bowl. There we are. Welcome to the world, little pipe. Welcome to the world. Let's give it a little wash. There we go. There we are. Isn't that nice? I'll give it a better scrub when I get home. Now I'm having a good scrape around down here, and there are lots and lots of pins, so I'm collecting a little pile of pins here, but also there is a lovely big boar's tusk here. Look at that. A really nice one. That's a nice piece of glass. Oh, actually it's a bead. Isn't that pretty? I've just seen a piece of pottery down here, just as the tide was coming in. That's really piqued my interest. It's under here, and it's really fortunate that I've seen it because the tide's on the way in. Actually, oh, glad I got that off. Ah, look at that. Now, we might be able to find out who that is. Probably from Bishop's something. Bishopsgate, maybe. Oh dear, having found a boar's tusk down here, there's some completely different types of teeth. Now, I've just come across something quite interesting down here, and it's just here, and I can just about hear you saying, oh no, not another pipe stem. But look at this. This clay pipe stem has a band of metal around it. Now, I've never seen that before. I think it's completely clay. I mean, you know, apart from the metal bit. Yeah, that is a clay pipe stem with a band of metal just there. Now that's a first. Wow. Now I thought I'd found every kind of pipe stem there was to find, but that one is very special. A very posh little clay pipe stem.
Later on, when the pipe stem dried out, I realised that the mouthpiece is carved bone and the fragment of bowl is clay. This leads me to believe that it's a tailor-made replaceable stem, and a rather snazzy one at that.
As you can see, there's quite a few pipe stems around here, but, you know, and this is how we usually find them, but yeah, first with metal wrapped around it. Well, we're just about to go, and I've just come round the corner and glanced down to see a really nice piece of belemine. And it looks like a face. I'm going to have to be really quick to get it out, actually, because the tide's coming in. So I've got it out, look. It's not a huge fragment, but you can just see his eyes and his mouth and a bit of his beard. Let me give it a little wash. Wow, how lucky was that? Perfect. Hi everyone, I'm here today on this beautiful day in a completely different part of London. You can see the Thames there in the background, and I'm with Tobias.
Hi Nick.
Hi Tobias, and I'm also with Lukasz.
Hi guys.
Hi Lukasz, thanks for letting me come along today. We are going to go down and see if we can find any pieces of history. Anything on your wish list today?
Gold.
Gold, okay, gold for Tobias. Think big, think big. And anything on your wish list, Lukasz?
No, I don't look for anything particular. We'll see what pops out, you know, that's the surprise.
Yeah.
He's lying.
Yeah, no, I agree. Me too. I'm going to keep my mind open, and anything I find will be a lovely surprise. So let's go. The tide's not going to wait for us, is it?
No.
Well, so far I found a few pipe stems, which I've got here in my hand, and I've just seen a coin down there, but it definitely looks like a modern coin. Let's pick it up, see what it is. Oh, it's a rupee! It's a rupee from 2004. An Indian coin. Okay, well, it's a good start. I can see a pair of glasses down there. Oh, looks like they might be Ray-Bans actually. Maybe my luck has changed. Yeah, look, Ray-Bans. They might be okay. I'll clean them up. There's a lot of boating going on around here, so somebody's obviously lost these whilst they're rowing along at top speed. It's very clear. I'm looking out for a glint of gold. Oh, no way, there's another pair of glasses here. Look at these. I'm not sure what make those are. Oh, not bad. Well, maybe today is a day for the glasses. A bit of metal. Oh, it's a ring pull. What's that? Oh, that's an old fridge magnet. Unfortunately, it's not always Victorian rubbish, Georgian, Tudor, Roman rubbish that we find whilst walking along the River Thames. It's days like today where I've been totally shocked to see so much of our modern detritus. Oh, I can't believe it. It looks like Tobias has found some as well. The third pair of glasses today. There's so many rowers here. They must fly off their heads when they're rowing at speed. You got a pair of sunglasses as well?
And that's a good mate. So that's for you as a present.
Oh, look at that.
Your daughter might like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Riders, don't you want them?
No, you have it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Tobias.
You should clean up quite nicely.
Yeah, that's my third pair of sunglasses now.
You might find some more.
Yeah, I think I'm on a sunglasses mission now.
Yeah.
What is that? That looks like a little toy gun. Oh, it's a plasticky kind of day. It is, look. Part of a toy gun. I wonder what these guys have found. They may have had a little bit more luck than me. They've got their detectors, and sometimes detecting does yield more results than mudlarking, particularly somewhere like here where there isn't really anywhere to scrape. But, you know, if you shift your perspective and start looking for sunglasses, it's all good. Okay, it's sunglasses number 4. Look. Another pair of sunglasses. These are children's sunglasses. Okay. It really does pay to keep an open mind when you're mudlarking. Obviously, I had hoped for some ancient treasures, but instead of that, I've got a bag full of sunglasses. Let's see if I can find any more. Seen another pair over here, another pair of glasses. Well, this is the place to come for glasses, isn't it?
Hey, Nicola.
So, how's it going?
So, I'm just done with my finds, and I think the best one would be this one. It's a bracelet. I think it's silver because of the way it's tarnished. I haven't found any hallmarks yet, but it's pretty heavy, and
Yeah,
it's kind of
it is
chainmail
heavy, isn't
style,
it?
Yeah,
That's
woven
nice.
kind of thing. Well, I've got
Very
plenty,
good.
plenty of modern coins here, but I also found this little person, Peter something, it says at the back,
Oh,
and can you read Peter?
Peter something. I'll take a photograph and then I can zoom
Peter
in on it.
Storm, Peter Stern. Nice, it's a little badge,
Very cute.
and this little token here, amusement park token.
That's really nice, isn't it?
I've got a few
that.
coins here. Yeah, nothing special. Unfortunately, my battery died because I overcharged it a few nights ago, and now
no.
it doesn't hold the charge. So it lasted 3 hours now. How long have we been here?
That's not bad.
Yeah, just under 3 hours. So yeah,
Brilliant.
Hey Nicola, come here. I'm gonna show you something. Look, over the last few weeks, I've been going to one place, and these things were popping out. This is probably half of my collection, and I just wanted to give you this. So this is probably part of the dove type, this famous dove type.
The dove type.
Yeah, the location where I keep finding it seemed to confirm that
Wow.
you know, where this guy
Where he threw
where
all
to
that
throw
dove type.
apparently 500,000 dove type stamps. So imagine they're all spread over anywhere between here and Putney probably.
So what is the story of this dove's type, and why is it to be found in the River Thames? The Dove's Press was founded in 1900 by Thomas James Cobden Sanderson, together with Emery Walker. They used a specially devised typeface known as Dove's Type. In 1913, Cobden Sanderson and Walker had a bitter dispute about the Dove's Type, and to make sure that no one got their hands on it, and to ensure it was never used again, Cobden Sanderson gradually threw every type block of the Dove's Type he had into the River Thames, from Hammersmith Bridge.
There is one here with letter N for Nicola,
Oh,
so there is one for
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
I don't have a capital W, but I've got plenty of small W, so I can give you. This one is E, for example.
Yeah.
This one I have W, little W. There you go.
Thank you so much. NW for Nicola White.
What else do I have? Y, and this one is letter A. Can you see it? A.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. Enjoy. Hopefully you can put some, stamp on, make like a little stamp.
I
for
will. I'm
initials
going
or
to when I
something.
get back. I'm going to get the N and the W cleaned up, and I'm going to do exactly that.
What, NIC?
I've got NW. I've got two, like a little N and a big N and a small W. Aren't I lucky? Let's go and see what Tobias found. What have you got there then, Tobias?
I have 2 gold rings.
2 gold rings.
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. Hand them over.
That's my dream last night. So 2 coins there. I bet you can guess what they are.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
modern ones. 1 pennies.
And that's a
2.
10.
Oh, is that 10p?
An old 10p.
Okay.
This is it's the lead of something. Can you see it?
Oh yeah. Yes, that's definitely like a base or a lid or something, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, interesting.
So a little button there.
Little button.
That's for carpet fitting.
Yes.
As you know. And so this is a Victoria coin. So it's a half penny. You can't see the portrait now, but I could see it earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Quite
think-
worn, isn't it?
Yeah, and it looks a little bit bent, so probably they tried to make that as a love token.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
Yeah. So it was a very, very poor day in terms of finds, but it was good to see you, Nick.
Yeah,
anyway.
it was lovely. You just don't know what the river's going to throw out to you.
No,
we just have to take
never
what
know.
it
Yeah,
what it throws out.
yeah. So Nick, you have found something, haven't you?
I did. Like I said earlier, I sort of set out looking for ancient history, but I started to find a little bit more of modern history. So I got into that, and consequently, see here my lovely display of sunglasses. And actually, some of them are really good. I've got a pair of Ray-Bans here, and also the ones that you gave me, the Riders. So I've got a delightful display of sunglasses. I'm going to clean them up. I'm sure they'll come
Would you
in.
like to try at least one
Yes.
now?
Yes, I do actually. I have given these a little clean. So,
There you go.
what do you think?
Very cool.
Yeah? Are they so good?
You
So
can
I'm-
you can go to Ibiza this summer.
I think that these are my starfind. I found the back of a watch or a little clock or something.
Yeah.
I found a little plastic gun, or part of. I found a fridge magnet. Oops. I found a rupee from India.
Right, okay.
And a few little fragments of pipe bowl too, and this one's really nice. It's got a lovely distinct maker on there, an S and a W.
Yeah, the queen of pipes obviously has to find clay pipes, so there you go.
So, you know, I mean, it's been a different kind of day, but I did find it hugely relaxing, just wandering up and down, and there's some really nice nature here. And of course, it was wonderful to see you and Lukasz. So.
Lovely to see you too. And you're going home with lots of padlocks.
I am, yes. Tobias has given me a great big bag of padlocks.
That I have collected throughout the years. Some of them I have cleaned. I've done some electrolysis. And I think there might be 2 or 3 that I haven't cleaned. So I hope you
I'm going to just
treasure them.
Yes, I totally will. I'm going to have to do something good with them, something significant, maybe something to do with lockdown, like padlock down.
Yeah, I know they're going to a good home, so.
Yeah, thank you very much. No, I've had a fun time. It's just been really relaxing, doing a little bit of wading, and I have found a few pairs of glasses.
Hopefully it's gonna be summer of the century.
Exactly. Hi everyone, thank you very much for watching and welcome to my studio. I hope you're all having a really good summer. I just got back myself from Guernsey actually, where I spent some time exploring the reinforced concrete bunkers and the watchtowers dotted along the coastline that were built there during the German occupation of World War II. I also had the opportunity to speak to some people about their experiences of the occupation, and so I'm really excited to share a video about that later on in the year. It's something a little bit different to what I usually do, but absolutely fascinating history, so that's something to look forward to. So, as you probably noticed on that video, I was at completely opposite ends of the river. I started off in the southeast, and then later on I was up near Putney, where I met with Tobias and Lukasz. And it's nice to go to different areas from time to time to see what that part of the river can offer you. I have to admit that I did notice a lot more rubbish in the river there, but maybe that's because it's a lot clearer than where I usually go in southeast London. And on the subject of river pollution, I want to give a big shout out to a fantastic organisation, Thames 21, who help to clean out the River Thames, and they're always looking for volunteers. So if you want to volunteer for Thames 21, then I'll put the website link up here, and they're always glad of any extra help. So I want to say a big thank you to Tobias, Neto and Lukasz Orlinski. It was really great to meet up with them. You may recognise Tobias from some of my previous videos, and Tobias has a YouTube channel as well, so do go and check that out. And I interviewed Tobias earlier this year, or was it last year, I can't remember, about one of his most extraordinary finds, which was the Thames Victoria Cross. And this took Tobias on a journey of discovery and finding out about this very, very sad story about the Victoria Cross, which ended up in the River Thames. It could have belonged to one of 2 people, and we will never really know. But if you want to go and watch the video, which we made about it, you might be able to make up your own mind and decide for yourself who you think lost the Victoria Cross. Thanks also to Tobias for presenting me with a rather large and very, very heavy bag of padlocks. I have a lot of them. They are all here. I can't believe that Tobias actually came in on his bicycle with them all on his back. So thanks very much for that, Tobias. I'm definitely going to do something with them. And if you've got any ideas of what I can make with a very large pile of padlocks, then feel free to give me some ideas. So Lukasz, thank you very much to Lukasz, who gave me some beautiful bits of dove's type. And also, Lukasz has found some fantastic things in the river, and when I met up with him that day, he showed me some of his amazing finds, which I'm going to share with you now. Now, Lukasz has some rather wonderful finds, and he's going to show us some of these objects that he's found in the Thames. Thanks so much, Lukasz.
No worries. Listen, I just wanted to show you one of my best finds, one of the first finds from the foreshore. When I found it, I wasn't really sure what it was, but then when published on a Facebook, focus group, people started to get excited. Thames for sure finds, yes, where Tobias is moderating. It's a Thomas Beckett Pilgrim's patch. It's just a lead alloy, item, but I think it's worth in its weight than gold.
Yes.
It's very unique, and obviously it's registered on past database now.
So that's a Pilgrim's badge, and it's a Thomas Beckett.
Thomas Beckett of Canterbury, yeah. So he was a bishop in Canterbury, and then he was killed in 1170. So last year was his 650th anniversary of his death.
I think.
Yeah.
Right. So when does that date to actually, Lukasz?
So the Pilgrim badge and all these ampullas, there might be. It might be 12 and anywhere between 12th and 15th century.
Gosh.
I mean,
Look at that, everyone! Isn't that incredible? That's beautiful.
Yeah, and here are related Pilgrim's ampullas as well. So this is little thing that you would buy yourself when you went to his shrine in Canterbury and carry holy water that apparently was stained with his blood.
So that's also related to Thomas Beckett.
Yeah, this is him here sitting on the throne.
Yeah.
So on this side, the other side shows him not very well on this example, but it shows him being slayed by the knight. So you cannot really see it here, but so it's very. There are only 2 examples of this ampullas.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, that's
Imagine.
wonderful. So again, that's probably what, 1300, 1200?
Anywhere between 13 to 1500.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? So a pilgrim bought that.
Pilgrim brought it and chuck it into the river, and it stayed in the mud. That's why it looks so well preserved. This one is also Thomas Beckett. Here it's not such a good condition, but considering that it's lead alloy, some pewter, it survived in the Thames quite well. And on this side you can see a flower with 4 petals. That's apparently attributed to four miracles. 4 miracles attributed to him. So yeah, all these things are now registered on a past database. And
yes, that's beautiful. So they're all on the Portable Antiquities scheme database, which is something really important that mudlarks do to record their finds. Yeah, stunning finds. You must have been so excited when you found these.
I mean, with this one, with the badge, I didn't know what it was. It was just kind of laying on the surface. I kicked one rock, and it was there. It was evening. It was I didn't see it well. I took it home. I'm glad that I just treated it gently, because then when people started to get excited, I just realized what it was. And it was just at the beginning, first few months of my adventure with metal detecting. And thanks to Tobias, he was my mentor. He showed me a few tricks and wisdoms, shared his wisdoms.
Oh my, look at that.
This one is my most recent find, but also the oldest dating. So this is a Bronze Age spearhead.
A Bronze Age?
Bronze Age spearhead. So it's 3,000 years old. 3,000 years old. And just be careful, because you won't believe how sharp it is. Imagine 3,000 years in the Thames mud, and it's still sharp. So,
Oh my goodness.
when I found it, I thought maybe it was an arrow tip, but then quickly, I was corrected. 3,000 years old.
It's in such good condition.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't it?
This is what Thames mud does. If it's not being tossed around by the tide, if it's just sitting there in the mud, it will preserve. And how did it get there? Some people say that it might have been kind of votive object thrown into the river on purpose. I don't think that it was just lost, because those times, these items were very precious. So I don't think that someone would just lose it. Just offer to the river.
That's
and spend there.
Remember that?
Sorry?
You had no idea what it was.
you know, I didn't want to believe that it's a Bronze Age. I thought maybe it's some kind of replica. Even some colleagues were saying, oh, you know, there's many replicas, you know,
But it's the real deal.
Apparently, yeah. I took it to Finds Liaison Officer, Dr. Masrin in Woking, and he confirmed it's a real thing. So not often you
Isn't
find
that
things like
incredible?
this. But really happy with that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is just a few little things that I brought to show
Just
you.
a few little things.
Yeah, you know, it's for some people it's a lifetime collection. I've
Yeah.
been doing this for 3-4 years now, and considering I'm quite lucky. My son's Thomas as well, but not because of this, but he was born earlier than my finds started to pop out, but you know, it's
Well,
a
they really are extraordinary.
coincidence.
And thank you very much for
worries.
showing me them. I think that they're just something so very, very special, such a lot of history. Somebody's cherished that at some point.
Yeah, someone brought it, you know, maybe they were carrying holy water to treat their loved ones. Or,
Yeah.
And funny story is, I mean, funny, it's an interesting fact that, you know, those days, not very many people travel long distances. So even if you travel from London to Canterbury, coming back with little badge like this on your head, on your coat, you instantly became celebrity, because, you know, you've seen so many places, you've met so many people, and I think it's, to me, it's got this maybe not spiritual value, but knowing that it traveled with someone who wanted to achieve something, and
Yes.
and then they became quite famous in their village.
Yeah.
Where they chucked it into the river. We know that very many of these badges were found by London Bridge. This was the only, I mean, one of the few crossings on the river, so people were throwing them into the river. What was the significance of that? Maybe it was just a connection to some pagan ritual of donating things to the river.
Yeah.
Nobody knows, but there is.
Well, yes, and water is associated with spirituality, isn't it?
That's
And
correct, yeah,
And
that's
all
correct.
rivers are holy, so... Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank you so much, Lukasz, for sharing those finds with us. They really are just absolutely astounding, and we never know what the Thames is going to give to us, but one thing's for sure, it has been very, very generous with so many of us mudlarks. I also want to remind you once again that the Totally Thames Festival is taking place from the 1st to the 30th of September, celebrating this wonderful river. And there'll be all sorts of events that you can attend, and also lots and lots of online events. Talking of mudlarking finds, lots of my mudlarking friends are going to be displaying their finds at St Paul's Cathedral between the 3rd and the 5th of September. And I'm actually giving a talk on the 19th of September about some of my food and drink and aroma related mudlarking finds, and I'm doing that at the really beautiful Woods Quay in London, so I'm looking forward to doing that, and I'll put all the relevant links in the description to this video. I'd like to thank you all for watching and for your comments and feedback. If you've got any information or comments that you'd like to add about any of the finds which featured in today's video, I'm always very, very grateful to hear from you. I'd like to give a big thank you to everybody who has donated to my Ko-fi account. I will put the link in the description to this video. You can buy me a virtual cup of coffee. I'm always delighted to receive one, but you absolutely don't have to. It's not obligatory. The main thing is that you enjoy these videos. That is what is really important for me, and that's what I really wish for you. So, having said all of that, I'd like to wish you all an excellent week ahead, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you again very soon with some more fascinating mudlarking adventures. Bye bye.